Welcome back to more Sip2Tally, and today on Sip2Tally's Power Rankings, as we so adequately found us a name while just rambling the other day, we're going to talk about our number 29 team, and it is the Washington Commanders. Let's do a recap of the team so far. Number 32 was the LA Rams. Number 31 was the Detroit Lions. Number 30 was the Arizona Cardinals. And today at number 29, the Washington Commanders. Let's get into why I think the Washington Commanders are the number 29 ranked team in the NFL. Let's start with the quarterback room. The quarterback room is probably a big reason why they're where they're at. And they got Eric Bieniemy, and we'll see, and we'll talk about other weapons they have and whatnot. But Eric Bieniemy is coming over from the Chiefs. And before I get into the actual people on the Commanders team, when you look at what Eric Bieniemy's done with the Chiefs, and you look at his track record with Andy Reid, when you get to professional sports, players make the coaches. And in some cases, the coaches, their schemes and what they put in help the players out, like Belichick and some other guys. And Andy Reid does that to a certain extent. But Pat Mahomes erases a lot of mistakes. And I'm not saying Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy makes a lot of mistakes. What I'm saying is, I've said all that to say the Commanders don't have a Pat Mahomes. Not saying any of these guys we about to talk about in that quarterback room is trash, but none of them are Pat Mahomes. Nobody in the NFL has a Pat Mahomes. Nobody. But let's get into the Washington Commanders, and let's stay in lane 8, stick to the Washington Commanders. I have that quarterback room ranked 30th. Projected starter Sam Howell, backup Jacoby Brissett, Jake Fromm from State Farm is the third string guy, and Tim DeMorant is probably going to be a practice squad guy if he's not cut. Jake Fromm probably may be the practice squad guy. Depending, especially with the new rule, they can have a third quarterback. So DeMorant may actually be the practice squad guy, and Jake Fromm may be that emergency call-up guy that they use in that form. But none of these guys are proven. Brissett may be the most experienced, well, not maybe, is the most experienced guy, but still, Howell's probably going to be the starter, and we don't know. We don't know. I mean, didn't get much PT last year. Let me see. Let me look at his numbers. Howell's numbers from last year: played in one game, 11 for 19, 196 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Carson Wentz and Taylor Heinicke got the majority of the reps. Those two guys are gone. Sam Howell, this is your team. Jacoby Brissett, if he messes up, we'll throw you in there. So that's why they're the 30th ranked QB room for me. Sorry. Let's move over to the running back room. Running back room pretty good. Got them ranked as the 11th ranked running back room. 11th. 9, 10, 11th. People in that running back room, Brian Robinson Jr. I like him a lot. If you don't know the story, got shot right before the start of the season. Made a comeback. Didn't have the greatest rookie season, but obviously after getting shot and having to deal with that and whatnot, finished with almost 800 yards. Only played 9 games, almost 800 yards. They got the versatile Antonio Gibson, who can play running back, who can line up in the slot. I really like Antonio Gibson. He rushed for 500-some yards, and I'm pretty sure he had some catches too. Had 46 catches. Versatility now, so I really like the running back room. So that's kind of why they're ranked where they're ranked with those two guys. And those are the only two guys really worth mentioning. Slide on over to their receiver room. Some good pieces in that receiver room. Scary Terry. I really like Scary Terry. Scary Terry is I think it's a premier guy. If they had a established QB, Scary Terry would be in that upper echelon of receivers, I think. But because they don't have a premier QB to get him the ball like he needs it, he's going to be middle of the pack guy, and that's why they're not higher on this list. Because if you look at the room as a whole, Look at the room as a whole, and you put them with a premier QB. This room that elevates this room. But by them not having a premier QB, that's why the room is where it is. That's why I have them at 15. If they had a better QB, if their QB was ranked 15, this room probably be top 10. But with their QB room being ranked 30, that's going to hurt the receivers. And let me give you some names that's in this receiver room. And most of you probably already know. You got Scary Terry, which is Terry McLaurin. You got Jahan Dotson, Diami Brown. Those three names right there, all electric. Oh, I forgot about Curtis Samuel. All four of those guys are electric. But, huge but, because I don't think the QB can get them the ball like they need it. I just really don't. And because of the play of the QB, that's why they're ranked where they're at. If this was just the receivers, they'd be ranked higher. But you got to factor in the ability for somebody to get them the ball, and they don't have that. Brissett probably could get them the ball better if he was a starter. And if at some point in the season Brissett takes over and is a starter, that'd probably be a better team. Sam Howell may surprise us, but we don't know. We don't go to their practices. We don't know. This is based off of last year and whatnot. And basically, to me, Sam Howell played one game, so this is really his rookie season. Tell me if I'm wrong in the comment section. To me, this is basically going to be Sam Howell's rookie season. Yeah, he got a chance to sit behind Heineke and Wentz and learn and whatnot. But new coordinator, he played one game under the old coordinator. This is his rookie season, as far as I'm concerned. He's in the same boat with Bryce Young and Anthony Richardson and who's the other rookie? C.J. Stroud. He just happened to wear a Commander's jersey last year, so he's still a rookie, as far as I'm concerned. All right, moving over to their tight end room. Now, this name used to be fairly good. He's kind of fallen off a little bit, and that's Logan Thomas. Logan Thomas used to be a mid-level tight end, a decent tight end guy. He's an older guy now. Logan Thomas is, how old is Logan now? Logan is 31, so, in NFL, that when you get a 3 in front of your number, it's kind of tough. So, Logan is all right, and I have their tight end room ranked 27 because you got Logan Thomas, you got John Bates, and you got Cole Turner. This is okay tight end room. Nothing exciting about it. Logan is by far their best tight end, and he's had some good years. He had 61 targets last year, 39 catches, 321 yards. So again, he's on the downside of his career, but again, they've had quarterback issues. I still think they got quarterback issues, so you can't really bump them up there, and they don't have a guy pulling the trigger that's going to get them what they need. And again, I understand they got Bieniemy, but Bieniemy needs a guy to pull the trigger. So that's where we at. Their O-line. Got their O-line ranked 26. They got Charles Leno Jr., Sadiq Charles, who I really like. I think Sadiq's from LSU. Nick Gates, Sam Cosmi, and Andre Wiley. Not a group to write home a lot about. I got them ranked as 26. Young group. Sadiq's definitely young. Cosmi's young. I think Cosmi was a rookie last year. Leno Jr. is okay. They struggle from time to time, but they should get better. And I'm going to tell you why they should get better. They should get better because they're going to be practicing against a top-notch D-line group. If they are healthy. Keyword healthy. They should get better because they'll be practicing against the top-notch D-line group, which leads me to talk about their D-line and edge group. Their D-line and edge group I have ranked 10. 10. Let's talk about some of the guys on their D-line. And one of these guys may or may not be there by week 8, and that's Chase Young. They declined to pick up his 5th-year option, so he may or may not be there by week 8, but he's there now, so let's talk about him. Chase Young, who's, in some people's eyes, underperformed all the hype coming out of college, but they got Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen in the middle. Dogs. Montez Sweat on the other end, and they would be top 10 if Chase Young had lived up to the hype. I'm one of the guys that think Chase Young has underperformed. I personally am. And part of it's because of injury. I really have kind of forgot about Chase Young because he's been hurt so much. So I got them as the number 10 D-line group, and they're a 4-3 team, so you got four guys to really talk about: Chase Young, Deron Payne, Jonathan Allen. Them two guys in the middle, you better run outside zone. You better run stretch. You better run out because you ain't getting much up the middle. Them two guys are hammers. And the old football term coaches used to use, them two guys are war daddies. If you know that term, you know what I'm talking about. Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen, they war daddies. So if you heard that term before, you know what that means. Let's move to their linebacker room. Weak side linebacker David Mayo, middle linebacker Cody Barton, strong side linebacker Jamin Davis. I really like Davis. Davis can fly around, very agile, very quick, can do different things, is okay in coverage. I have their linebacker room ranked 25th because I really don't like the other two guys. But their play is going to be easier, and easier is probably the wrong word to use, but I'm using it anyway because their front four is so good. They should be able to run around and make plays without people getting hands on them because Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen is going to eat up so many blocks. They should be able to fly around and make plays, get TFL, shoot gaps, and do things that linebackers can do because Deron Payne, Jonathan Allen, and Montez Sweat going to eat up so many blocks. Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen, one of them two getting doubled every play, if not both of them. And so whoever the mic is, which is right now is Cody Barton, he should fly around. He should never get touched. Never. He should be right around 100 tackles by week 11, 12. Matter of fact, let me see how many tackles he had last year. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Where are tackles? See, I talked about Jamin Davis before I even knew this number. Jamin Davis had 104 tackles last year. 104 tackles from the strong side linebacker. I don't even see the other kid. Look who led him in sacks. Deron Payne. That's crazy. Deron Payne 11.5 sacks from the D tackle position. That's nuts. War daddy. Certified nuts. It's crazy. But I don't want to stick too long on that position. Let's move to where we at? Cornerbacks. Move to cornerbacks. Cornerback position. I have them at 28. 28. They have Kendall Fuller, another Fuller. We got 9 million Fullers that have played in the NFL. And the Emmanuel Forbes, who I love. The pick six king from Mississippi State University. I was so hoping that the Ravens picked Emmanuel Forbes, but they didn't. He's a commander. And I know people dislike Emmanuel Forbes because of his small stature. Emmanuel Forbes is like a 2-pick, but he ain't afraid to tackle. He get his hands on the ball, and when he get his hands on the ball, he take it to the house. That don't mean I got them ranked high though, because he's still a rookie. I got them ranked as a 28th cornerback room. As much as I love Emmanuel Forbes, that don't change the fact that he's still a rookie and he got to prove it to me. You got to prove it to me first. He did it in college. Do it in the NFL, young buck. I got them ranked as the 28th cornerback room in the NFL. And as far as safeties, I have them ranked as the 26th safety room. And that's with Cameron Curl and Derek Forrest. Troy Apke's in that room, but as a backup corner, but he's not as good as I once thought he was. Extremely fast, but not as good as I thought he was. Ball skills not as good. As far as tackling, it's not as good too. And as far as their total number, when you put all their numbers together, they come out to be 23.66667, which makes them 29th on my list. And the Washington Commanders come out to be the 29th team on my power rankings. Now, I do want to say this. To kind of clear up any kind of confusion, if there's any. There may not be any, but if there's any. So, obviously, they're in a list from 1 to 32. Now, I didn't make the 1 to 32 list. I listed the individual position rankings. Then the average made the list 1 to 32, if that makes sense. Like I listed the quarterback rankings, the wide receiver rankings, the running back rankings, so forth. And once I did the average made the 1 through 32. So I didn't go pick and say, hey, the Commanders are 29, or the Rams are 32, or the Cards are 30, or the Lions are 31. That part I didn't do. The average did that. The numbers did that. So just so you know, the final number I didn't do. I did the individual position rankings, then let the numbers be where they are. So I just want to clear it up. So, but I thank you guys for tuning in. Today is Thursday, June 29th. Appreciate you guys for coming through. The year's almost over, man. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for number 28. And like, comment, subscribe. Do you agree, disagree? Are they too high? Are they too low? Am I wrong on the position group? Am I right on the position group? Am I spot on? Comment, share. Your commander's friends, tag them. Your commander's friends, tag them. Let them know. See where they at. Laugh at them. Tell them they're too high. Hey, do something. Just share it. I appreciate you guys and see y'all soon. Peace.